Now to a major new development in the Rust film set killing. The family of cinematographer killed when Alec Baldwin's gun discharged has agreed to settle a lawsuit against him and the film's producers. We're going to speak with Dan Abrams after this report from Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. While Baldwin and others still could face possible criminal charges, this settlement means that the biggest civil suit against them will be dismissed. Now, that suit had accused Baldwin and co-defendants of misconduct and cost-cutting measures that had put the entire crew at risk.
Nearly a year after Alec Baldwin fatally shot cinematographer Halyna Hutchins during filming on the set of the movie Rust, the Hutchins family reaching a settlement in their wrongful death suit against Baldwin and the producers for an undisclosed amount. The civil case now dismissed, Halyna's widowed husband Matthew saying in a statement, "I've no interest in engaging in recriminations or attribution of blame to the producers or Mr. Baldwin. All of us believe Halyna's death was a terrible accident. I am grateful." Baldwin sitting down with George last December discussing this very outcome.
So you expect Matthew to file a suit?
Oh, but how could it be otherwise? Something happened here that resulted in his wife's death. He's entitled to something as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you calculate that.
And this morning, in a surprise twist, production on the ill-fated Western will resume in January. And as part of the civil settlement, Matthew Hutchins will be joining the film as executive producer, with production involving all key original players. After the settlement announcement, Baldwin posting this message to Instagram. "Throughout this difficult process, everyone has maintained the specific desire to do what is best for Halyna's son. We are grateful to everyone who contributed to the resolution of this tragic and painful situation." But still not resolved, possible criminal charges against the star and the producers. The Santa Fe County DA now has possession of the final piece of evidence in the criminal investigation, Baldwin's cell phone. Late last month, the DA indicating criminal charges are not being ruled out. In a statement to ABC News, her office saying, "If the facts and evidence warrant criminal charges under New Mexico law, then charges will be brought. No one is above the law." Baldwin has always insisted he was told the gun was loaded with blanks, and he's been adamant he did not actually pull the trigger.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
As to how those live rounds got on the set, the film's armor, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, has always pointed to the film's prop supplier. But now through her attorney, she's saying, "We are hopeful that the district attorney's office will also recognize that a measure of justice has been achieved in regards to this tragic accident and that they will opt not to pursue criminal charges."
Yeah, the DA has said the criminal charges, if any, are expected soon when the sheriff's office concludes its investigation. As she said, she could charge up to 4 people, including Baldwin, and has already received hundreds of thousands of dollars from the state for a special prosecutor to oversee the case. Guys.
Okay, Matt, let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. Surprised?
I'm stunned, not that they settled, but at what the settlement is. I mean, the fact that part of the settlement is that they're now going to work together. I mean, when you listen to Matthew Hutchins' previous comments about Alec Baldwin, he was furious at him. He was so angry at the comments that he made during your interview with him. And as a result of your interview, Matthew Hutchins came out after filing the civil lawsuit talking about how frustrated he was. Well, now they're going to work together again in the context of this film when it resumes filming in January.
So does that working together have something to do with the financial component of this? He's going to benefit from the asset, as you call it, of the movie?
Probably. Yeah, look, there has to be a financial element to this as well. I mean, this was a civil lawsuit. We don't know exactly what the details were of what the financial arrangement was, but you have to believe that part of this is that when he's the executive producer, he's going to reap the benefits of money when this movie eventually comes out. And it makes money. But I'll bet there was also another financial component to it as well.
And we were talking about this in the break. The DA investigating the shooting says this does nothing about the criminal charges, that this does not do anything to stop that from possibly going forward.
And remember, she didn't have to make a statement. She didn't have to come out and say, yes, criminal charges are still on the table. She could have just been quiet, right? And just allowed this to continue and just gone along with her business. She came out and specifically made a statement that said, this has no impact on any potential criminal charges.
But what do you have to weigh against that is, I know he's just one of the producers, but he said the husband said this is an accident.
But he doesn't decide. He's not the one who gets to decide in the end what happens. It is the prosecutors. Remember, the complaining witness here, the main person, has died. And so now the prosecutors have to decide, do they have enough evidence to move forward? And she has used the word homicide in possible charges when she was looking to get additional funding for a possible prosecution here. Look, if you're Alec Baldwin, you've still got to be very nervous today about possible criminal charges in the wake of her asking for more funding and getting it, and the fact that she named him and talked about the possibility of homicide charges.
Wow. What a story.
Yeah, and it's going to continue.
All right. Well, we'll see you right back here for the next update. Thank you so much, Danny.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.